Holy smokes, it's nice out. I mean, it's like what, 48. But for Wisconsin, in the middle of February, it is super nice. It's so nice out, we're gonna work with the door open for a little while. Might even do something outside that I need to do. Maybe. I think we're going to work on Mary Jane today. 1990 Chevy S10 I built and sold 20 years ago and recently found it and got it back. I want to get this truck back out and driving and have a good time with it this summer. So we are going to start today. There's a lot of tweed in here. Literally everything is tweed. Seat, carpet, headliner, dash, door panels, behind the seat. So this gray and green tweed interior was, pretty cool back in the early 2000s, and it matched the truck. March of 2004. We're coming up on the 22nd year anniversary of me working on this truck. How crazy is that? Or, well, I guess I would have been working on it 22 years ago today. That's where I got this scar. My original plan was to just kind of restore this the way that it was, other than taking the hydraulics out and replacing it with air ride. But I want to drive this pretty much every day in the summer. And sometimes I can actually get dirty at work. And I don't want to sit on this gray tweed, and I don't know, I just kind of want to class it up a little bit, modernize it a little bit. Black interior might be nice. Some other maybe green and gray accents somewhere. I think maybe black leather, well, faux leather. Something other than tweed. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't have anything against tweed, especially in a truck that was built in that era. It's just, I have done it so many times. So many. I'm gonna think on this for a second. All right, I kind of made up my mind, I think. Start by taking the seat out, I guess. You have a 5/8 nut here and this stud that's coming through the floor. Pull back here. Hey, guys, you hold the door open for me? Thanks. Awesome, thanks for the help. fun part with this is going to be making fun of myself for what I may have done 22 years ago. So that's just a prefab truck box there. It worked really well though, really well. Still nice and clean in there. I don't know if this panel is always just a hair too long or if it's just kind of expanded over 20 some years. I don't remember it looking like that. It was always nice and good. So we'll be remaking that panel for sure. This though, how did I have that in there? Looks like a back strap and some self tappers over here anyway. One thing I do need to make sure that gets done is that all that gets put back in the same place so it looks good with our cover panel again. If this is shifted in either way, it's not going to be centered in there, so I'm going to mark where it was is whatever on both sides. There. There's no back strap over here, so we got some screws going into that box though. I wonder if that box is secured to the floor, then this is secured to the box. This might just all end up lining back up by itself. I think we got a screw covered up behind this Velcro. Ah, there's one. There's two. Okay. All right. Now we got wires. Oh, actually, that amplifier is mounted to this board. You just take those screws out, and that should just, we don't even gotta mess with them wires. Ah! Watch the paint. Why does that say no? Or does it say on? I don't know. Look at that! You just hang out there. You come with me. You done, Daisy? You not gonna help anymore? Daisy wanted to go back in the house, I guess. She can go back inside. I don't care. I'm gonna continue to enjoy this weather. She'll be clawing at that door in a minute. duct tape. Okay. I guess it did the trick, right? I think this glue would have been enough, but hey, whatever. NOS, new old stock, good as new. These upper seatbelt bolts, they're T50 Torx. Not gonna lie, I was expecting just to get the knob. That's all right, that works. I'm gonna need to get some sound deadener, some Dynamat back here and up here. I really would have thought I would have done that. And there's 2 layers on the floor. The doors are done. It's got these deflex pads behind the speakers. The outer skin of the door is sound deadened. Wonder why I didn't do those. This is a brand, it's Cascade. I don't even know if they're even in existence anymore. It was great at first. You just heated it up and it molded it to whatever and it stuck really well, but now 20 years later, it's just kind of crumbly and just coming right off. I think I'm going to stick with my NVX. I like the NVX. Like Dynamat, only affordable. Yep, this box is screwed to the floor. Right, I got the sides marked so that this can go right back where it was, unless we make a new one, but I doubt it. I will probably come up with a better way to secure it than big screws in the floor. Get out of here. Getting quite the pile of parts here. We just got the dash left. I think I'm going to continue taking advantage of this nice day and do a couple things outside I need to do. And then we'll come back, take this dash out. Putting LED bulbs in this F-250, I already did the top ones. Those guys. The customer didn't like how they didn't match. So we're doing the other ones now. Here, hold on to that, will you? Not a whole lot of room to reach in there, is there? We're gonna need tools for this. How many years does it take before you remember what drawer your tools are in? 28 years later, I still don't know. A little tab to push over there. Little twist lock collar on it. There we go. Pull that right out of there. These are LED bulbs from Amazon. Look, they got a heat sink on the back of it to keep them cool. And you know what? I think there's actually a fan in there. We'll find out. This should just plug into our harness. Just like that. Easy peasy. Just like an oil filter. And make sure the gasket on this original bulb is on the bulb. If you want to double gasket that. It'd be real hard to get this thing screwed into place. I don't want to forget to put that stuff back together. This customer is very difficult. This one's hard to turn. Could go in that way. That'd be easy. But what fun is that? I can get a hold of it this way too, but still can't turn it. That wouldn't work if that was completely full, but there wasn't enough windshield washer fluid in there where it was going to make a mess, so I got that part out of the way and it worked. What did I tell you about double gasketing that? Don't work. I was struggling there for a bit till I realized I was being dumb. Nothing new there, I know. All right, cool. Headlights match. They are the same color. It was like one white one and one, you know, dullish OEM color. We're gonna have a good day. I have one more thing I want to do to this F-250. Rain-X. Customer wants Rain-X, but you can't reach the windshield. So I'm going to do it. But you know what I've never done? You can use a polisher to put this on. I've always just done it by hand. But I got this 6-inch cordless buffer polisher deal here from Everett. Amazon special. What is this? No, it's just a microfiber. It looked like some sort of pouch or something. A few different pads here, polishing. It's like a wool pad. Another polishing pad. Battery charger. No, it's another battery. What am I talking about? Really? That's the charger? These batteries look awfully familiar. It looks a lot like a Makita. Huh. It fits on there. These Makita batteries are 18 volts. What is this one? 18 volts. All right, we're gonna try to get those Makita batteries to work on this too, but since this is new and I haven't tried it yet, we're gonna use a battery that came with it. It's like a variable speed, 1 through 6. 2,500 to 6,000 RPM it says. Oh, works. Hmm. 2,000 milliamp hour lithium ion battery. The display on the back for battery life. Just like the Makita. Sprayway. Best glass cleaner ever. In my opinion. Microfibers on a roll. Also, the best. In my opinion. How could you not like microfibers on a roll? No lint. Work really well. Throw them away. Four trucks at this house. None of them are OEM height. Got 2 sitting on the ground and 2 up in the air. Just can't leave anything alone, I tell you. Now, I know we shouldn't be doing this in direct sunlight, but looks can be a little deceiving sometimes. It's February in Wisconsin, and actually, this is super nice. It's dang near 50 degrees. Can you believe it? Feels good. And what I'm saying is, it's not like it's so hot this stuff is gonna dry up on there real quick and, you know, do all the things that it'll do. Because you're not supposed to do it in direct sunlight. Nothing else, this thing cleans windows dang good. This is like, I'll do this before car shows with the low. Look how, it's probably looking kind of hazy from your side, but yeah. that's just how Rain-X works. So.
Now you have to buff it off.
Now I gotta wipe it off. Now will my Makita charger charge these batteries? Negative. That's okay. That has something to do with those two differences there. But I'm assuming these batteries will actually run my Makita tools. They do not. That's fine. That's okay. It's cool that the Makita batteries will run this. That's what I like. We'll keep these batteries that came with it charged and ready to go, but if I needed more, I got more. I'm not mad at this guy at all. Will it buff out paint after wet sanding it? That's to be determined. But clean that windshield really well, and I'm sure it'll do a heck of a wax job. Polish up the paint nice. And for 50 bucks, I think that's worth it. I'm gonna get this dash out. I think we'll get this Grant steering wheel off of here. This isn't the steering wheel I had in here. I had a billet one that had like tribal flames in it. This whole truck was kind of, it had the tribal flames on the doors and between the collars, and it was the early 2000s, all right? I'm not saying I'm putting the same steering wheel on it. I'm just not putting this Grant wheel on it. This super long adapter. This thing is like sitting in your lap. This guy is just gonna end up on the wall with the other ones. In here, if my memory is correct, that's a 7/8 nut on that column, and those guys 7/16. These are like shoulder bolts. Then for the old horn ring, I don't know. All right, got the adapter off, the Grant adapter, horn ring parts. This guy though, we might need the puller for that. That, however, is not super important at the moment. What was important is we got the steering wheel out of the way. Ashtray. Growing some penicillin in there. Couple screws there. I made this bezel here with fiberglass and body filler. Who knows, probably some hot glue. We'll be remaking it because I want to put a double din in here instead of this single din. Something fancy with navigation, so I can see where I'm going. A couple screws in the ashtray slider guy. Geez, you really need one that long? So that comes out. Glove box. I don't know if it's all S10s in this era, but all these cables and wires are so tight right here. You can't pull this out to disconnect them. Super annoying. It had some screws here and here. Got something else down there, like the hood release. Get rid of that. What would this be? OBD1. Hello there. There was no OBD2 until '96. Huh. Fuses. Lots of fuses. That's all stuff we worry about later. That's not a today problem. Inside here, I think we had some, I don't know if they're 7/16. Yeah, it kind of looks like it. Right there. Should be like 4 of them. $10mm, that's what I meant. And then this whole cluster should come out. I think there's another, yep, another 10mm right here. Trucks have 2 sides. And then there's this one 10mm right here. Gonna get that one off. What's going on here, I wonder? Oh, I bet you I know. It's an automatic column. This is obviously a manual. Probably put in because it's tilt. And this was probably spinning on its own. My question is, did I do that? Or did that happen after me? I don't know. What I do know is that we're down to just a couple screws. It should just be up in these defrost vents. Where? I don't know. In here, under the tweed. You know what? This ain't gonna be tweed anymore, so we could just cut that. And we'll be able to find them this way. Yep. One cannot simply pick up a screwdriver without flipping it around once. It's like putting up an impact without pulling the trigger twice. You just don't do it. This harness, this plug that goes into the back of the gauge cluster, got some silly clips. Well, they're not silly, there's just one on each side. Push them in, and this thing will pull out of the way. Remember the orientation of that. I don't know if this first gen is the same as the second, but I remember a friend of mine plugging that in upside down and everything worked, but the truck wouldn't charge, and that's all it was. That thing was upside down. A couple screws back here holding this in here with a flasher, relay of some sort. That's got to come out. There we go. Get all our wires out of the way. Door chime, I bet. Stuck on something. Got it. Computer slides in this bracket. I was caught on that. Well, there we have it. Mary Jane is gutted out, ready for a new interior. And now that we got something started on that, what better time to say, you remember this? It's time. One random pre-order is gonna get this sent with it. We got short sleeves, we got long sleeves, we've got hoodies, we've got front prints, we have back prints with the pinstriped Garage Time on the chest. But wait, there's more. We're sending Mary Jane stickers out with them while supplies last. Why stop there? Koozies with every pre-order, again, while supplies last. You're gonna love my. And then we had problems with the website not accepting payments and blah, blah, blah. Well, guess what? It is back open. Mary Jane graffiti shirts are available once again. We're doing a short pre-order just because I can offer more options. Long sleeve, short sleeve, hoodies, front print, back print with small chest print, all kinds of stuff, as long as it's black. Find them today at garagetime.store along with some pinstripe art and other. We interrupt this program to give you a clock. I had this old rusty saw blade laying around, sprayed it with clear coat, pinstriped it on the channel. A couple of you guys probably saw it and said, hey, that would make a cool clock. So that's what we did. And I said when we hit 5,000 subscribers, I was going to give that away. Filter by hashtag. Hashtag garage time. Start. Justin Barrett, 33. All right, Justin Barrett, 33. You can send me an email at garagetime.lt@gmail.com or just get on the website www.garagetime.store. Send me a message there. I just need your address so I can send that out. My suggestion, put it at 5 o'clock and leave it. Because that's garage time. Come on. Everybody else, if I don't hear from Justin Barrett 33 in, I don't know, a couple weeks, we'll just do it again. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you later. See you later? I never say see you later. I say see you out there.